It was faint at first. A light tap 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 on the attic floorboards, right above my bed. But each night, it got louder, more aggressive. One night, it sounded like fists pounding against the wood. I was losing sleep, my nerves shot, until I couldn't take it anymore. I called an exterminator, thinking maybe there was some kind of animal infestation I wasn't seeing. He came by, checked the attic, and said there was no sign of rodents or pests. But when he saw the small door, his face went pale. That door shouldn't be there, he muttered, almost to himself. What do you mean? I asked. I've seen a lot of houses like this. That's not a crawlspace. It looks like someone blocked something off, locked it away. I didn't ask any more questions. I didn't want to know. After he left, I tried to forget about the attic. But the knocking, the footsteps, it all kept getting worse. I even tried sleeping in a different room, but it didn't matter. The sounds followed me. Finally, I decided to do something I'd been avoiding since the day I moved in. I called a locksmith. When he arrived, I brought him up to the attic and pointed to the door. He looked at me like I was crazy. You sure you want to open this? I nodded. It took him about 20 minutes to break the padlock. I'll never forget the moment he swung that door open. The smell hit us first, this rancid, sour stench that made me gag. But what really got me was the space behind the door. It wasn't a crawl space. It was a small room, barely big enough to stand in, with no windows, no light, and dirt-covered walls. And on the floor, I saw it, a small wooden rocking chair, turned over on its side. I didn't stick around after that. I grabbed a few essentials and left that house within the hour. I sold it at a loss a few months later, to a guy who didn't ask too many questions. But sometimes, at night, I still hear it. That faint sound of footsteps, pacing back and forth, just above my head. I live in an apartment now. No attic. But the sound. It follows me.